Hello, good evening, everyone again. Subasree ma'am, shall we start our workshop?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. So, um, this is our fourth workshop from Achalai, Bangladesh, one of the most appropriate topic according to the present situation of our country. The topic is enhancing psychological well-being during COVID-19 pandemic. I am Nisha Salsabil, working as an executive of Nachalai, Bangladesh, and I'll be hosting today's workshop along with my other co-host, Mr. Jayanto Dash Gupta, who is a coordinator of Nachalai, Bangladesh. Our today's workshop is organized by Nachalai, Bangladesh in partnership with Dhaka University Health Express. So let me tell you about Nachalai. Nature Life is a non-profit international organization founded by Mrs. Farah Sharosh. The aim of it is to help people to get solutions regarding mental health issues or to spread mental health and suicide awareness among people and also to increase mental health literacy worldwide. Though Nature Life is based on Lucknow, India, but it has expanded its branches all over the world, such as Romania, Oman, USA, Nepal. And recently, it has started its journey in Bangladesh. Nature Life is also a movement through which we want to people to come out, break their silence, and talk about their mental health issues openly in spite of considering it as a taboo. Through Natural Life, we want to make sure that if anybody is going through some negativity or struggling with any mental health issues in their lives, may not feel that they are not alone in this journey, and to assure them that there is always a ray of hope in life. Now let me sorry sorry. Now let me talk about Dhaka University Health Express. It is basically a students-based platform which works for the betterment of the University of Dhaka University. Dhaka University Health Express is established by Mr. Julius Caesar Alukdar with the aim of ensuring better health for Dhaka University students. Before starting, I would like to share some instruction that has to be followed during whole workshop. This is an interactive session and all of you will be allowed to ask questions. No disturbances should be created during workshop. If anybody found creating disturbances will be blocked and no participation certificate will be provided. Certificate only will be issued if you attend the full workshop. Now, I would like to introduce the honorable speaker of today's workshop, Dr. Subasree Vanamali, ma'am. She is a professor and the chairperson of the Department of Psychology at Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. She is also famously known as a psychotherapist. Started her career as a lecturer. She has been teaching students from undergraduation and post-graduation for more than 15 years. She has served more than 120 workshops in national and international level and also published more than 20 research articles in various journals. Dr. Subasree ma'am is certified level 1 hypnotherapy, CBT, solution focused therapy, psychodrama, and REBT. Now I'm requesting ma'am to start the session. It's over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, dear. Thanks for the wonderful words of welcoming. I'm really happy to be associated with Nurture Life. I have already done in the last year during the COVID, and it is for the for the benefits of the people who are actually having a lot of problem during the COVID. Okay, with this note, I was being suggested, and I was also being introduced by Jayan Nambudri, who is also a very good friend and well-wisher of mine to Nurture Life. So I'm happy to make a note that I am really happy to be associated here. Okay, enhancing psychological well-being during the COVID-19 was the title asked for me. I was really thinking of this title because for the past 2 years, we all have been into a kind of an, lot of confusion and a lot of issues we are all are facing. So this is something which is very much required. Hope my slide is visible for all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the current scenario is actually being a psychologist and also being heading in the Department of Psychology and handling children at college. I could know that a lot of issues are being there cropping up, and also we are attending a lot of calls for helpline during our this entire tenure of 1.5 years. We have attended more than 1,000 calls through the helpline to help the needy, and predominantly we get a lot of calls in all these issues, so I'm going to talk from there. and where we can actually bridge the gap and how we can build up the psychological well-being of human. So that is the major goal and objective of this particular workshop. So the threat for all of us is directly for their health. All of us have been affected because of the threat for the health. If the COVID starts spreading now in the many of the places in the country, and as well as globally, the second wave, and we are approaching towards the third wave. We never knew when it is going to end also. But the direct threat is people who are having health issues, the comorbid conditions, and that people who have been already affected because of some respiratory problem are being prone for or prone for such a kind of, they are becoming vulnerable for this, COVID. And majorly health has been questioned, health has been challenged for everyone. That is the direct threat we all have. And if you see the mental health, majorly people have been affected because of the mental health, because it's an unusual situation we all are undergoing. We've never been in such a kind of a situation so far in the history, near future, near history, I can say that. If you see the past 2-3 generations back, none of them explain such a kind of an unusual situation, an uncertainty towards their life. It's a major threat. Though the disasters have hit badly all of us in one or the other cases, a flood or a tsunami or anything, but we all have been, we know that it's hit and we have come back resilience. But this is a very unusual situation. We have been there for quite a long period in this disaster mode. We don't know how we are going to resume back also. And this is a major threat for mental health, because a lot of isolation, loneliness, stress, work-related stress, and stress due to uncertainty, stress due to health conditions, all this are thrown people into a kind of a mental health issues. And majorly, the well-being has been affected for the people. When it comes to well-being, we all know that it is not just mere absence of the disease. It is also being very healthy is important when it comes to well-being. So that is a problem. If a person doesn't have any symptoms of disease, it doesn't matter that the person is healthy. Being happy, feeling fruitful, and also having a kind of a compassion and having a meaning in life is very important. So that is a question mark during this COVID period. And everybody, something or the other, is running in the mind. What will happen to the future? What is there for us? What is going to happen for my future? What is going to happen for my children? What is going to happen for my young boy who's going to pursue his career? What is going to happen for my own career? Is that I'm going to have an hike or a promotion, or what is going to, is that going to be a recession, or it's going to be a shortfall, or all that is a question mark in the future, about the future. And across the lifespan, if you say that who has been affected, children have been affected, and the adolescents have been affected, youngsters, the young adults have been really affected, adults and the middle-aged people have been affected, and elderly has been thrown into a lot of challenges, because they are prone and vulnerable for this disease also. If you really look into children, they really love to go and interact and have a kind of an open play and game. That's all that they're missing. They have been locked inside 4 walls. They cannot move around. They cannot play. The movements are very important for children. They are losing that. And when it comes to adolescents, you just think of their entire world is being at school and enjoying their playmates and being with their peer. That is the most important. The friendship is the most important aspect in their life. That self-esteem is growing. Adolescents are growing with that. That has also been curtailed. And then youngsters, young adults, if you really look at them, their career has been questioned now. So college going girls and boys, they don't know what is going to be there for their placement opportunity, how they are going to be placed, if at all they are being placed, whether they are going to be considered for the full pay. All this there in the back of their mind. It's really troubling them. And then adults, when you see really adults, they have They have to manage their elderly at home. They have to manage their kids at home. They have to manage their spouse. And in spite of that, there is any economical crisis they have to manage. And along with that, they have been questioned and challenged on the crisis of health also. So this is something a terrific period for them also. If you really look into elderly is something they are prone for such a kind of an issue. So that's a reason that we have to be very careful with them also. So with this note, I'm moving on. What are the challenges we are having? Physical, cognitive, social, and moral, all levels. They have been questioned and challenged due to this COVID-19. And if you see that the excessive fear for people who are actually going through the phase, and people who have been infected or getting into fear, and people who are nearby living, they are a near one, with the COVID affected positive people, and they are also feeling the fear and anxiety is very high. Is that I will also get it? When I will get it, I don't know how should I protect? All these are in their mind. And then anxiety is very obvious, because the anxiety for the future, anxiety for getting infected, anxiety for the health and other aspects, and anxiety for even the simplest aspect of their daily living has been questioned. And anger, sadness, frustration, because they are being thrown into inside the walls, and lockdown has been announced in many of the countries, and many of them are not having a regular routine work life. They all are doing it at home, I mean work from home, and it is an online kind of, which they are not at all used to. Also, they don't have any kind of an interaction. So in that case, the frustration is very high, and the procrastination, people tend to procrastinate and be lazy, not following the routine, bored, and they don't feel like coming out and joyfully enjoying what they are doing. So they lose interest, and they're finding it very difficult to adjust with what is going on. And some of the adolescents are becoming rebellious, and they don't want to take any kind of an advice from their elders, because they are finding it very highly bored. And one of the very important aspect has been been noticed is the mobile addiction, screen time addiction. Generally, the screen time addiction is very high among the kids, because they have been given online education. So the screen time addiction is very high among the adolescent and also with the youngsters. So we have to be very vigilant on these aspects when it comes to psychologists as a professional, mental health professionals. And along with this, when it comes to the second wave, a lot of people have been hit with their life challenges, and their life itself is in threat and questioned and lost. Many lives have been lost because of the second wave. And when it comes to India, we have seen a swipe of people because of the second wave, and somehow it has been managing right now. The grief, the loss of loved one, the grief, and all these are something which is in kind of a process which is really tough time for all of us. All of us are facing this. As a result of this, the stress is in physical level, cognitive level, emotional level, social level, and also moral level. The responsibility for us as an adult, as a responsible professional, as a responsible warrior, frontline warrior, along with the doctors and nurse and other warriors, you are also as a mental health professionals, you carry a lot of responsibility right now. So the health and mental health wellness, if you really look into, that is something which is we have to really look from that. I'm sorry, somebody is actually crossing, the street vendor is crossing, so that noise is disturbing. Sorry for that. So an approach to life and health, health has to be not when there is a threat. Health shouldn't be taken care when there is a kind of an problem or a challenge arise. Health has to be taken care always. Health has to be a way of life, approach to life. You have to really give priority for health all the time. Then there is not an issue for all of us to handle our well-being. And health has to be considered as a whole. It shouldn't be considered I have a problem of this and that. So it has to be considered as mind, body, and spirit. All level we have to really take care of our health. And achieving maximum well-being should be our aim, to attain the health and fully functioning person. And this becomes a very easy aspect when you have taken it health as a priority. and accepting responsibility, taking charge of yourself, taking charge of your loved one. It's very important. So everyday choices of yours has to be taken care when it comes to health. You have to really embrace that everyday choices are in my hand. So I choose health is the priority. Health means, I mean to say, even the mental health, a holistic health. It is not an absence of disease, it is also the well-being I'm talking about. So in that case, the wellness, if you take it as an approach to life, you really take care of your mind, body, and soul. This is the most important aspect. The COVID has thrown challenges for all of us, but it has also made everybody to give priority for the health. That is the most important takeaway from COVID. We say that blessing in disguise. That is because of this COVID, people have started thinking of how important to take care of health. And most importantly, mental health has been spoken much during this COVID period. People started realizing it is not just health, physical health, it is also about mental health. How you have to retreat yourself, how you need to take care of yourself, how the psychological well-being is important during this period. So the personal psychological well-being is being defined with so many dimensions, technically speaking. That is self-acceptance, autonomy, environmental mastery, positive relationship, purpose in life, and personal growth. If you take each dimension, it really gives a clarity for all of us to take care of our entire holistic wealth. It is about the personal growth. Personal growth is aligned with your professional growth also. One is capable of becoming what he is born with, the capacity to excel himself, the capacity to serve the entire world of the society with its fullest competence. That is something the personal growth. And also realizing one's potential. That is something from the Maslow's hierarchy. The humanistic approach says in psychology, if a person is potential to become whatever he is experiencing in the in a manner of a hierarchy, his need is fulfilled, and one by one there he feels the personal growth. And the second one is about self-acceptance. The acceptance comes when you have started loving yourself, when you have a compassion for yourself, when you really like yourself. And also, it is more importantly, there are a lot of shortcomings for everyone, all of us. The strength and weakness will be there for all of us. So accepting oneself is very important for all of us, and to appreciate and keep going. This is something which we need to really repair, because the people who are having low self-esteem, they find it very difficult to cope up with their life challenges, and their resilience is not built because of that. So a person who is able to accept himself are able to bounce back very quickly and accept the change and accept the reality. Autonomy, that is the fully functioning manner. Independence, keeping themselves very independent. Yes. Yes. Okay. So with related to this autonomy, autonomy is something a person is able to strike independence in all the given situation. He is able to handle himself, the stress, or even the this challenges, or the most toughest period, or even the highest peak performances. He is able to independently take responsibility for himself, and also for the task what has been assigned for him. That is autonomy. And then environmental mastery, one who is able to relate with the environment, one who is able to relate with holistically with the neighborhood or the people around, with the family, with the environment, with and all human beings. That is something is very essential to establish your psychological well-being. The rootedness, that groundedness comes from the environmental mastery, and you are able to quickly adapt to situation. A person who is from South India, if they go to North India, if I find it unusual to talk and eat and other aspects. When the person adapt himself, if they have an environmental mastery, they will adapt very quickly with the the ambience, with the surroundings. This is something which we all have to really embrace. And then the very important aspect now during the COVID, this is the one has been insisted by all the therapists, is positive relationship. Be with the people who are having light-mindedness, who's able to gel positively, who's able to spread positivity, who's able to be positive with people around. So this is something is very important. You may have a love and caring and person who's next to you, who can actually take care of your wealth, health, and as well as your wishes. That kind of a person is going to be really helpful for you. So have a positive relationship during this COVID-19 is something a bliss, something as blessings we all have. And then the purpose in life, the higher purpose in life, the higher meaning for what I'm living for. The Japanese book called an Ikigai takes about, talks about the purpose of life, the meaning of life. Every day enthusiastically you jump from the bed and today's my purpose is being met. No, that is the kind of a feeling. Every day serving your purpose, a meaning of your existence is very important. So all these important aspects, if you are taking care, your psychological well-being is promoted. For this, you need to really invest much on that. So with this note, I am giving you a clarity about how this could be mapped. How can we take care of ourselves and others? With this work, it's a psychosocial well-being mapping has been done. The health and functioning, the first and important aspect in your core aspect, the meaning of your purpose, your life, the subjective well-being, the life satisfaction. I have born with this purpose. I am serving that purpose. I'm living with that purpose to help others, to help myself, to help my family people, to connect, being connected. I really value what I am, what I'm capable of. Those subjective well-being is very important as a core one. And the second one is the health and functioning, your identity. What is that social identity you have created? Here in this Nature Life workshop, she has actually introduced to me as a psychologist and what is that I am doing. So that creates an identity for me, and the traits, the personality of the person, and the very important aspect, the abilities, the competence, what they have, the virtues, what they possess as a virtue, the sharing, the oneness, or a kind of an positive connectivity. They were able to create a difference in somebody's life. These are the virtues one possesses. So these aspects are really important for your healthy functioning. And the third one is about the environmental mastery, being in justice, fair, and socially, culturally adaptable person, also accepting social and cultural responsibility, and enjoying your occupation, being aligned with your occupation, also functioning with an occupation with a lot of pride and satisfaction. And financial resources, being abundantly blessed with their financial needs and taking care of your financial needs, not having debts, not having a commitment beyond your capacity. That is something a real important aspect. And biophysical ecology, taking care of your health and ambience, and also having connected with the nature. All these are very important. And relational, being with people and your friends, having a circle of professional people around, positive people around, your family, and your kith and kin, your extended families. All these are important for environmental mastery and educational aspects, which really gives you a kind of boosting of your self-esteem, and also you feel elevated yourself. You feel you are highly being regarded for what you have been educated. So that is something you are connecting with an entire world around. So education gives a kind of an eye opening for all of us to look the world with a lot of positivity. So this is something related to an environmental thing. And the last core thing is about the ideology and values, what you possess, what your morality is all about, your goodness, your values, what you are actually wanted to be projected in your entire life, the world view of yourself, the philosophy of yourself. So if you really see this is a psychosocial well-being map with your psychological well-being, you can connect very well with yourself and others with a lot of positivity. And other theory, the positive psychologist Martin Seligman says about the sperma model, that is the PERMA. Keep that in mind. You can even name it as PREMA, which is easy for you to keep in mind. This model is being introduced by Martin Seligman, the father of positive psychology. He talks about how well-being could be nurtured, how well-being could be sustained, how well-being could be cultivated in one person is about lot of importance and lot of strengthening has to take place for your good qualities and good deeds. That is the positive emotions. If you have an happiness, if you are happy with simple things, you are happy with doing little things, these all things gives you a lot of positive emotions. Nurturing and repeating that and again doing that is really happy moments for all of you. To create such a happy moment for you, you need to really invest on doing that again and again. Positive emotions like happiness and gratitude and feeling oneness and relatedness and all that is very important. And then the other one is about the engagement, positive engagement, relating yourself, which gives you a lot of pleasure, a lot of interest, where you really enjoy yourself. You write, you enjoy, you draw, you enjoy, you actually involve yourself in some act, you enjoy. If you have been listening or you have been somebody maybe like reading books, they enjoy. So engagement, positive engagement, doing service to someone, volunteering, pro-social behavior, doing exercise, whatever gives you an positive engagement feeling, that is really a nurturing one, which you need to really do double the time, triple the time, keep it repeating every time. And then R stands for relationship, positive relationship. If you really possess relationship with a good, understanding, healthy way, and also importantly, empathetically connected to the other person, that is something called positive relationship. If you nurture this positive relationship, you feel that you are one among them, you have been valued, you feel that you have been really connected to people, really value your presence, they really love you so much. That is the most important aspect, as our one of the important need, belonging need. Being with loved one and also loving others is one of the belonging need of us, which is fundamental for all of us. If you have a positive relationship, that really energizes yourself. If you be with your friend, you feel you are relaxed. If you chat with your friends, you feel relaxed. During this COVID, I know that a lot of people contact us just for the well-being, the call. Just inquire as how are you, how is your area, is that people are affected. It's quite unusual. I'm feeling really bored. I just want to chat with you. No, this is something a positive relationship you can do for somebody. By doing, you are also connecting to the other person. And then the other one is very important, meaning, as I said, the ikigai of yours. That is, what is the meaning you carry for your life? What is that you really wanted to give it yourself? What identity you wanted to create even after your life? After your life also, how people has to recognize you. That is the most important aspect. That is the meaning and purpose of your life. If you're able to strike that, you're balancing your entire life very smoothly, happily, and also satisfactorily. That is very important. And then the last one is about A, that is accomplishment. Accomplishment, whenever you accomplish anything small, if you really wanted to help needy and you are able to reach out 5 people, that is an accomplishment. If you're able to do something good for others and you are also able to achieve something for your own self, you succeed with a lot of good grades in your exams and you have succeeded 100 meters run and India has won gold medal in Olympic, that is an achievement everybody is feeling. That day, the entire news was like that. Everybody's status was that. That accomplishment has been felt by all of us because you all feel that is something really, really great that we are also achieving that. That means the accomplishment really gives you a lot of, self-pride and also self-love and also makes you feel that you are connected to. So it's not just you alone. It is about, you just think of your own family members have achieved something. You also feel elevated, happy that the entire day you feel something you have done, isn't it? So that is the dopamine secretion takes place. All these are related to your hormonal secretion also. For example, if you have been positively related and you have been having a very intimate relationship, you are having a warmth of a relationship, your oxytocin secretes. Oxytocin is something, a neurotransmitter, which helps you to feel you are being very happy, elevated, excited kind of. So that is an important happy hormone which secretes. It is also an important hormone for you to regulate your circulation. And if you really think of an accomplishment, your dopamine secretes. Dopamine really helps for your mood, mood stabilizing hormone. That is also an happy hormone that secretes. And if you have a positive emotions directly connected with serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphin, that is also engagement gives you a lot of endorphin secretion. If you have been movement, activity, physically you have been extracting yourself, physically you have been working with an with a love and passion, it helps you to create an endorphin in you. So even all these are secreting when you have been involved in such an activity only. So if you have been doing that, your immunity is boosted generally. During this COVID, the biggest threat for all of us is the immunity. The immunity is taken care if you have been doing involved in these sperma. Keep this sperma in mind. Am I nurturing positive emotions? Is that I'm positively engaged? Am I spending time for my relationship, positive relationship? Is that my life is meaningful? Every day I'm meeting out something which is very purposeful for my life. Is that I am accomplishing something which is good for me every day, and in and in and out. If I'm taking care of at least 3 or 4 in this, you are actually secreting the happy hormones, the good hormones inside your brain, which is helping you to boost your immunity for your entire system. So keeping this in mind, you can nurture yourself and do positive things. Other important aspect I would like to share to you all, that is about the growth mindset. A person who is having a growth mindset is able to be, good in anything, or anything happens, they could see that, sense the good in that, and they try until they get the results what they want. And they embrace challenges, even an uncertainty, even a challenge. They are okay. They want to embrace and get going, keep going. They wanted to really see that end of it, and they welcome feedback and criticism. They're really happy if somebody is giving a feedback. They take it very healthy way to improvise themselves. It is more important for them to getting challenged rather than being playing a very sober role. And very importantly, and what they really want is they wanted to do things anticipating success. They like doing things what they don't even know. I don't know, but I wanted to do and succeed in that. That is the growth oriented mindset. That is an open mindset. So these people are able to embrace challenges, changes, and also entirely succeed in their life events because of their growth oriented mindset. I would like to give an example over here. There is one of the TED talk I was been watching. It was a fantastic TED talk. I should really recommend all of you to watch. This is an Indian lady from Rajasthan. She is Bhakti Sharma. She is a person who is an open water swimmer. She has really taken a challenge of open water swimming. When her mother was being asked her to, why don't you try it? She is actually a very small girl from Rajasthan. It is in India, that place. It is very hot, hottest. It is near desert. And this place, they don't have a sea or an open water for them. There is no ocean or a sea. And this girl has been interested in swimming. Is there anybody who would like to talk now? Any questions? Can I proceed? Hope I am
Yes,
audible.
ma'am.
Yeah, hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah,
Please
okay,
carry on.
thank you. So this Bhakti Sharma, when she was very small, she was interested when her mother is introduced her to a swimming thing. She just experienced once swimming, and then Bhakti Sharma has asked by her mother, why don't you try for an competitions? She tried. She won the district level, state level, all that she has won. And she has also played in various level. And she was so happy as a swimmer. And mother identified this, and she challenged her better. She asked her, why don't you try for swimming in open water? She immediately said, here water, there water. What is open water? I don't know. But that is water only. No, I will try, she said. She has never thought whether it is going to be a challenge. She said that this water I'm swimming here, the same water going to be there, I will swim there. And she has gone there. She has really tried. She never been experienced open water because there is no sea in the Rajasthan. She stayed in Mumbai and she tried first time. She was able to swim, and she came out and said that, Amma, I can do that. She tried for a quite long time, practiced herself. You all know that what is the importance of this difference. If it is going to be a swimming pool, there is a definite depth, definite boundaries for that particular place where they are swimming. But in the open water ocean, there is no definite depth they can understand because they have never knew the depth of it. And also there is no boundaries which has been fixed nearby. You cannot see the boundaries. It's so far. The water is only seen everywhere. And it is so shaky if there is whatever the animal is going to be there. If there is going to be some animals inside, how I'm going to handle all that. So, but this girl was very positive. She, had a kind of an thought that I will do that. She did it also. Once she has did open water swimming practice, mother has said that you can actually challenge yourself for the English channel. She has crossed English channel at the very youngest age. She has not stopped all the channels she has crossed. And you can see the TED talk, how beautifully she talks. She has been into Antarctic Ocean also. She did it. A person from Rajasthan, hottest. And she has been into Antarctic where chillest and coldest place she has been, and she's swim. And she has won the longest distance covered by an youngest person from India. She is even now a record breaker. It is a proud moment when I was listening to her. She said that how she has done that. She has filled in her water pool, that is the swimming pool, with the 40 tons and 50 tons and so much of tons of ice cubes, and she practiced in that. And she has been doing it for a quite long time, and she has increased the tons and tons to practice. She was very open how it is going to be there in the Antarctica in the frozen cold. She tried it and she did it. And she was saying that every step I'm making myself, I'm just sure of, I don't know what is the target I'm facing because I'm wearing a goggles which is fogged because of the ice cold, frozen cold over there. And also I'm not aware of what is surrounding, what is my target and what is the other things are surrounding me. I just keep focusing the next step. As long as I'm swimming, I'm alive. As long as I'm swimming, it is in my hand to reach my target. As long as I'm swimming, I'm going to finish the target at least. She was keep swimming, and she has actually succeeded. That is something called a growth-oriented mindset. She never said that it is going to be cold. I don't know if I frozen. I don't know what will happen. If I don't succeed, what will happen? If some animal kills me, what will happen? Is that something I can do? Is that open water is safe? She never had such a things in her mind. This is something called a growth-oriented mindset. So keep away all that unwanted, undesirable, which is not at all going to help you. Keep away all those and keep the growth mindset. It is going to help you to embrace the psychological well-being, which you are going to really cherish for your entire life, because this COVID has taught us so many challenges. This COVID is also going to be, make you as a person with a high resilience. All your potentials are going to come out because this COVID has given you challenges and also given a kind of a growth oriented mindset for you. So this is something which is really important for all of us to keep our progress in mind. So when the wellness comes, it is all about emotional, social, spiritual, financial, physical, and intellectual and environmental. Tell yourself, is that every day I am contributing emotionally, I'm growing mature, I'm growing emotionally. Am I contributing for my environment? Because I'm getting so much from the environment. Am I giving back to the environment? Is that I'm investing some time for my intellectual growth? Is that I'm investing time for my physical growth? Is that I'm investing time for my social development, a sense of connection? Am I talking to people? Am I being connected with that? Is that my finance is secure? Is that I'm taking care? And the occupational one is also very important. Is that I'm having a very healthy and professionally, personally growing one? Am I satisfied with whatever I'm having or work I'm doing? These are the aspects. And spiritual, if you believe in religion, if you believe in spirituality, if you believe in the rituals, it is all up to you. But believing in superpower or expanding your own self-awareness, a sense of purpose in your life, being connected to your own self, it's also spiritual. So if you are spending time for all this, you are really taking care of your wellness for your life. And at the end, I would like to propose something called a care model for yourself, which is very, very handy for all of you to practice how you can embrace psychological well-being through this model. Connect, adapt, routinize, exercise, care model. Keep this acronym, the short-term care in your mind. Connect, adapt, routinize, and exercise. It's about honest check-ins now and then, every 1 hour. Am I CARE? Am I connecting, adapting, routinizing, exercising? Every 1 hour, have an 1 minute of your own self to think about yourself. Am I connecting myself, my personal growth, my family, my workplace, and also with my community? Am I connected? Am I really adapting what is the challenges there? Is that I'm routinizing myself and doing exercise for what I'm actually supposed to do.
Zambia, Ethiopia, Eritrea.
Yes. With this, the care model, the connect, the C stands for connect. How are you really doing? Check yourself personally, professionally. Are you connecting very well personally, professionally with people and purpose? And also all the wellness 8 angles I have given, 8 dimensions. Keep that in mind. How are you feeling? Check yourself. How are you feeling? And how are you demonstrating your compassion towards you and others? You love yourself and you also love the other person around you. That is also important. How well you are communicating to others. How well you are being connected in communicating and also translating your feelings for others to the other person. And what is the change that's challenging you right now? What kind of a change is not acceptable by you? What is really challenging you? Be aware of your challenges and what you need actually. What is your expectation? What is your goal? What do you really want to achieve? This really connect with your purpose of your life. And what do you really want to do for that to achieve that also? This see if you take care by asking questions for yourself. And this is going to really help you to come out of the fear of not being into an connection. The psychological well-being will definitely be taken care or addressed by doing every now and then the connection of care. And the A in the CARE, A seems, A is actually pronounced as adapt. A stands for. So what is guiding principle for you? What do you really value? What changes have been felt challenging? That change is really a threat for you? Check yourself. And what is your mindset? What is that you really value? What is your mindset? I already said that the importance of growth-oriented mindset. So keeping your growth-oriented mindset alive, and every 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 hour, spend 1 minute for your own self of CARE. Check yourself. The mindset. Am I open for the challenge? Am I open, having a kind of a positive mindset? Am I feeling resourceful? I feel that I'm enough. I'm feeling I'm loved. All these are very important. What values you carry, what behaviors you are actually, showing to others. These are the importance. And what tools and supports are required for you to achieve that? What is that you really require to achieve that? What is the need of the people around you? Because when you're being connected and people around kith and kin, family really values you, they also expect something from you, isn't it? So in that case, how I'm going to cater the need of them also? How are you measuring the success? How do you feel that you are successful in your life? How do you measure it? What is the measure you have it for yourself? This adaptability is very important for all of us to keep yourself in a very positive way. And the R stands for in the care model, routinize. That is the routine to bring back your action. So make it as a positive change. If there is something negative happens, immediately implant a positive thought for that. Keep yourself, engaged positively, and make sure that every time you are retreating and telling yourself that I'll do positively, I'll keep up karma in my mind. I will keep up care in my mind. I'll think of it, psychological well-being in my mind. I will keep up wellness in my mind. I will actually contribute again and again. That is routinizing yourself. The rituals which energize yourself. Some may like praying, some may like art, some may like dancing, some may like cooking, some may like cleaning up, whatever you like. Some may like taking care of pets. Whatever the rituals you feel it is energizing, do it regularly, routinize that. What elements you are feeling as a change can lead you into success. That particular change, if you make, You can lead your success very easily. That change you have to take care. That you have to really look for a change every now and then and make a micro movements and move it further. And what structures and process required to maintain this routine. Being in routine is something a challenge actually. Once you miss the challenge routine only, you will understand the importance of routine. We all of us say routine, monotonous work I don't like. If you have been threatened by this disaster, the routines have been messed up, people are finding it difficult to sleep. People are finding out time for messing up their time of eating. People are messing up with the days and also their routine work. So once you value your routine, you will understand how much structure is important, the process is important. So maintain this routine is very essential. What reinforces your routine? Sustain. You have to be aware of that. If I do this, what is the ultimate aim I'm getting? What is that accomplishment I'm getting? And reinforce that regularly. That's the most beautiful thing you can do for yourself. And the last one, E stands for exercise, doing exercise. And let it be an exercise for emotion, let it be an exercise for health, let it be an exercise for your mental health, let it be an exercise for your spiritual well-being, all that exercise which is related to that you have to do. Spiritual, you want prayer, you want to read, or you want to write a script, or you want to meditate, do that. And if you wanted to be an emotionally exercise, talking to people, expressing your emotions, handling healthy emotions, and also being positively emoted, all these are very important. So what are you are doing? Stay tuned with an health. Whatever I'm doing, it should actually tune to the health and mental health of mine. Accordingly, I have to align myself. What I'm doing to take care of emotional health? Am I expressing myself? Am I shedding my tears? Am I talking to people? I'm also sharing to people. I've been open to people. I'm also seeking help when there is a requirement. I'm also able to say no when I am overburdened. All these are emotional health. And are you getting what you need? Is that you are able to love yourself, you are able to love others, you are able to keep other people's expectations high, and also you are able to expect, you will keep up your expectations also. Exercise that again and again to help yourself. And what is in your control? You just have to ask yourself, if something is under my control, I can do. Now, Corona is not under my control overall, but what is in my control? I can wear a mask, I can sanitize myself, I can wash my hands, I need not touch my faces, I can keep a social distance, I can avoid going to social gatherings. All these are in my control, I can do. But then overall Corona things I cannot control. So keeping that in mind, whatever could be changed, I can do. Whatever can be adapted, control, I will do that. Duty, responsibility as a very important with a commitment and dedication. And what else you can do to take care of yourself? Keep this care in mind. Take care of yourself. If you really want to care yourself, what best you wanted to give it to yourself? Your health and mental health is something is very important. You are very precious for yourself to keep your loved one, as a very important people around. So your loved one is precious for you, like you are precious for yourself. So keeping this in mind, I would like to give you some important tips. That is the 8 dimension of wellness is health, happiness, wealth, and harmony. And when it comes to an external, that is the occupational, and also the very important aspect that is, is the screen is shared? Something happened. I'm sorry. So the environmental, social, financial, and occupational, these are very, very essential external factors. Internal, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. If you're able to keep up this physical and environment, your health is taken care. Your happiness, emotional and social connectedness, your happiness is taken care. Your mental and financial security, then your wealth is taken care. Your spiritual and occupational balancing, your harmony is taken care. If you are able to align these two, you are able to take care of yourself very well. So with this note, I would like to give an kind of a compliment for the Nurture Life, having thought of this well-being as a subject, and also as a very important dissemination in this workshop. So how can you nurture your own life, creative self, thinking, emotions, control, work, positive humor, all these you have to nurture continuously, repeatedly do with it. keep the care model in mind, routinizing yourself, coping self, that is your leisure, stress management, self-worth, realistic beliefs. Keep doing which can help you to release your stress, also increase your self-worth, and also being very realistic and having a very good belief in the life. That is very important. And the social self, if you nurture friendship, love, intimacy, compassion, your social self will grow like anything. You can really see wonders in yourself. An essential set, that is the spirituality, the gender identity, your identity, what you are creating, and cultural identity, and also your self-care. It is something which is you are connecting with the transcends. That is spiritually taking care of yourself. The physical self is most important for you all of you right now. The nutrition, the exercise, clean habits, hygiene, and healthy lifestyle. If you have been doing this continuously to nurture your life very well, like the title, the organization called for us, had in mind nurture your life, that can be definitely taken care if you do these things. With this note, I am concluding my presentation. If there is any query, you can actually ask me. Thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity given.
Thank you so much, madam, for your wonderful presentation. It was really amazing. And as a student of psychology, I've also learned a lot from today's workshop. And when you talked about fixed and growth mindset, the PARMA model, and as well as the care model, it was absolutely amazing. What you said. So right now, I'm requesting all of our participants to ask question at our facilitator. If you have any question, then you can just unmute yourself and ask it. And also you can use our chat box to, if you have any query. So thank you so much.
Joy, most of them are from psychology background.
Not so much, madam. They're mixed participant. Some of us are actually came from psychological background. It was more like a versatile workshop.
Okay, thank you. Hope it was simple for other people also to understand. That's
yes,
the reason I kept it very simple.
And the dimension that you actually showed not only the mental aspect, actually the environmental aspect or the physical aspect was really amazing. It was really
can I
wonderful.
ask a question?
Yes,
yeah,
sure.
Please.
MD Raihan, please.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful lecture. I'm Raihan. I studied international relations department under the University of Dhaka. So my question is to you. You mentioned about two fixed mindset and growth mindset. So the fixed mindset when I am in comfort zone, but when I have to go to growth mindset, I have to get out of their comfort zone.
Yes.
So sometimes as a student, and most of them are students. So the thing is that when I go to this growth mindset, what are the things we can push for comfort, to leave our comfort zone?
I understand. I understand your question. The most important thing is when we are being created, when you have an anxiety towards something. For example, for students, mostly they will have a fixed mindset when they are not sure about what they are doing. They will have an anxiety towards the performance. They will have an anxiety towards what will be the end result. Instead of that, if you started investing belief in your own self, believing what is your capability, believing your own past success, believing that something success will happen, that is anticipating success is the most important aspect. Anticipating success, keeping that in mind and getting into trial is most important. The girl Bhakti Sharma, I told you, she never knew what the open water swimming is, but she was open because she just said that here it is water, there also it's water, let me try. That is a kind of a challenge you have to really embrace yourself. You shouldn't be shrinking yourself because you are going to be challenged. keeping your full focus on your abilities, capabilities, and your self-esteem has to be boosted for yourself rather than just thinking of what will be my outcome. If I fail, what will happen? If I don't get good marks, what will happen? If I don't secure this first place, what will happen? That shouldn't be there in mind. Instead of that, what best I can do? And a given moment, what best I can do? That should be in your mind. Then growth-oriented mindset develops easily.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your analytical answer. Thank you.
That's nice.
Ma'am, I have a question, please.
Yes.
Sometimes we feel so much depressed in this pandemic situation.
Okay.
In this pandemic situation, what is the main approach to remove depression?
See, we cannot just like that say depression, and we don't know unless we measure them what is really bothering them, because depression has been used very lightly by everyone. If it is maybe because of the loneliness, not meeting friends, and feeling purposeless, all these may create a kind of an depressive symptoms. If it is because of this COVID scenario, we need to really make it, it is temporary, it's going to be for quite some time, and then we are going to get used. And then that's the reason I said that psychological well-being model, the PERMA model or the care model have to be taken care. If you find yourself with your friends and contacting them, calling them, being in touch with them through social media, that will help you. The social media can help you in these aspects, but the people get into other aspects. They get addicted, but they don't use it properly. That's the reason it has to be used properly. And also very important, the very important aspect I would like to mention here is, if you really find your purpose of your life, meaning of your life, what is that my existence makes difference in somebody's life, you will never feel that you are depressed. You will feel very happy, because your family, your surroundings, everybody, you will want to make them cheerful. So you will have a lot of happiness in yourself. So happiness is something which you have to really make it as a habit for yourself. And if the person is having a clinical depression, if it has been measured, then they need to take care of themselves. They have to go for consult a psychologist and also clinical psychologist, if required psychiatrist. We cannot take that as a simple one. Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
One of our participants actually sent us a appreciation, especially to you, madam. Though I'm from Shaheen Akhtar, she told that though I'm from marketing department, I enjoyed your class, ma'am, because psychology is our mandatory academic course in second year, second semester. So thank you so much, Shaheen Akhtar. Tahamina Sultana asked a question in the chat box, and she said, my family members are suffering from various diseases. In this case, how I cope with the mental stress? What can I do to feel happy?
Oh, family members are suffering from various diseases. Okay.
Yes.
So this is something, being empathetically connecting with them, because they need your support, care, and love right now. If you are very positive, that will help them to come, cope with. Because how to cope with this mental stress means, the stress is something. For example, if you're going to get married, okay, and there will be a lot of work, there will be a lot of things to do, and there will be a lot of expectations. There will be so many things you have to really take care of it. But you won't find it as a stress at all, because you really love that event. You really enjoy it. It's so positive, isn't it? But when it comes to the other things, we immediately think very negative. But if there is people are suffering, it's our duty. So there are a number of times they have taken care of us. It is the reciprocal you are doing for the other person right now. So feeling happy to help others, volunteering others, service is actually helps you to secrete your serotonin. Keep that in mind and do. If you feel drained, enjoy listening to music, help yourself to relax yourself, give your personal time, and also watch something which you really enjoy. And music, if you like singing, sing. And if you really like drawing, draw. And these are the things you can relax yourself to keep yourself calm, to get back and help others.
Exactly, and we're wishing all the very best
Yes.
to her and her family. So any more question? If we have any question from our participant, then please, we're requesting to ask their question immediately.
You require a lot of energy when you are being involved in this kind of thing. So now, Joy, you find it very happy, doing this program, because something useful and positively engaged, creating an awareness among people around and making
Exactly.
people to be engaged. So this is something which you can take up a volunteering job, and this will really help you to really learn so many things and as well as feel good. Feel good is something which you cannot earn without doing anything.
Yes, well, learning is a kind of thing that I can feel from myself, when I learn something new or something
That's
different.
energize.
Yes,
Yeah,
it actually
energize.
energizes me.
That's nice. And Joy also, from the beginning, he has been keep in touch with me and very politely, patiently message me, keep in touch for this workshop well in advance. He's been doing this very professionally and meticulously. All these shows that how much you really love what you do. So if you started loving what you do, definitely that will give you a lot of happiness.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your comments and appreciation. So I believe that's all from our question answer session. And I am right now requesting Mr. Rezai Rabbi, the head of Nurture Life Bangladesh, to talk about something for today's workshop. Beside that, I'm so much grateful and thank you to Mr. Julius Caesar Talukdar on behalf of Nurture Life Bangladesh for conducting today's workshop and give us an opportunity to spread mental health awareness among the students of Dhaka University. Thank you so much. And I'm requesting Mr. Rezai Rabbi to say something.
Thank you, Mr. Dasgupta. And I want to show my appreciation to Dr. Subasree Vanamali ma'am. We all know that ma'am are so busy with her schedule. In spite of her busy schedule, somehow she managed to give us some time, and we really enjoyed the whole session. So thank you very much, ma'am. And we are expecting you for our other workshops. And at last, I also want to thank Mr. Talukdar as well as the participants of our workshop. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. God bless you all. Stay safe and stay happy. That's a very important takeaway is care model, PERMA model, psychological well-being and wellness. You are the master of yourself. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye, Joy, for the wonderful workshop conducted and organized well.
Thank you, madam.
My thanks to Nurture Life.
I think Mr. Talukdar is here. I am requesting Mr. Talukdar to conclude the session. Mr. Talukdar is working as the founder president of Dhaka University Health Express.
Thank you so much, Rezai Rabbi, for your cooperation. Thank you so much, our honorable mentor and today's facilitator, Dr. Subasree Vanamali. Today's session was an excellent workshop. I hope that all of our participants learned a lot with joy. I also love to thank Mrs. Farah Sarosh, founder of Nurture Life, for her cooperation. And all of our participants, thank you so much. Thank you. Actually, all of you made this session successful today. All of you will receive your certificates in your mail. But if we miss any of you, please contact our Habib Rahman, the Secretary Program of Dhaka University Health Express. He will send the certificate to your mail. Thank you so much, and I would love to thank Jayanta Dasgupta for your nice anchoring. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much, Mr. Julius Talukdar.
May I leave?
And yes, sure, madam. And we are going to conclude the session. So thank you all for joining with us, and I hope you have a nice day. Good night.
God bless you.